So traders, trading the markets is all about trading, having high probability trading setups. Now, you normally see me do market updates, and probably today you saw that as well too, market updates across stock market, across gold, and so on and so forth. But what I actually want to do right now is I actually want to walk you through a simple trading pattern that works really, really, really well. It's from a trade that I did just recently, and I want to share that with you so you can start to look out for this in the markets when you are trading the markets. Okay, so that's really what I want to share with you coming forward from there. Now guys, if you haven't done so yet, make sure you grab access to this free trading course. If you like this free training, then grab access to this free trading course. Techniques has been working since 1950s. Best and worst time to place a trade. Price and time phase, you can understand what's going on right now. The biggest mistakes, super trader formula, full-time income, explosive trading moves, and so much more. johnsfreegift.com, that first link in the description there, guys. Go get access to that right now. It's free, right? So let's go look through here. So I want to share this with you here. So this powerful sort of trading pattern that it's probably one of my, it is my number one sort of trading pattern that I look for whenever I trade in the markets, okay? So this trade actually happened on the good old futures markets, right? It happened on the futures markets, and it happened on the early time frames. Okay, so some of you guys may trade intraday charts. If you trade the intraday charts, the 1 minute charts, the 5 minute charts, I have something for you, right? Now guys, please don't go out there and place a trade based on what you see in this video. Okay, do your own testing, do your own analysis. Okay, I have a complete step-by-step checklist that I follow, that I'm looking for trades, and even if I do get into a good trade, doesn't mean it's going to be a successful trade. Okay, so the big thing that I always like to see when I'm looking at the markets is I really like to see periods when the market's not doing anything. Okay, let me just take this moving up to the screen. I'm not going to keep this really simple for you. I really like to see when the market is not doing anything for quite some time. This is what's called the calm before the storm, right? Because you can do your testing on this as well too, right? You'll notice that whenever we do end up making good moves in a direction, it generally comes off the back of not much is going on in the markets, right? Not much going on. So we can see here, we can see that what do we have here? We have a period of nothing going on for quite some time, sideways movement. Now, the reason why this is important, you probably heard the analogy, the calm before the storm, right? And this is so true. If you look at any market out there, and if I show you any market out there that actually has this pattern, you start to see that whenever we do, and I'm just squeezing my chart up here, look at this here. We went sideways for a while, then we made a big move. Look at this here, all that sideways, and look at the move came through there, right? Now we're going sideways through here. See, whenever we go sideways, it gets me, this guy, Johnny Howe, really excited. Why? Because whenever we do go sideways like this, it tells us that we're probably getting ready for a breakout and probably a good move as well too, right? Because I always, someone said to me, like, I always think of the market like an energy field, right? The energy field, and the energy field, the market is like an energy field, right? If the market's going up if the market is moving either up or down, then we're using what's called energy, right? It's using a lot of energy. People are buying it and buying it and buying it and buying it. Or if they're selling it off, they're selling it down, sell it down, sell it down. And then after a period of time, guess what? They get exhausted. You get exhausted from buying it up. You get exhausted from selling it down, right? I use the market as like an energy field, right? You know, like the auras and stuff, right? So and the reason why I say that is that because when the market, if the market's going up a lot, we're using a lot of, if the market's going up, we're using a lot of energy. If the market's going down, guess what? We're using a lot of energy, right? So we're going through this whole process here, this whole process of what is going on through here. And this is a really big, key, interesting point to see what's going on in the markets. Because whenever we go sideways, guess what? That to me is now refueling that energy source to get ready to go for another big move again. Okay, you'll see this again and again and again. You see this a lot of times in the markets, you know. And again, guys, don't take my word for it. Just like you just see all these, like if you go back to gold, if I go back to gold and I go back to the daily chart, right? If I go back to the gold, right? Whenever you do get, look at this here, guys, right? Whenever you do get these periods when the market is what? Doing sideways, nothing for a while, we end up making a really big move. Anyway, I'll get to that in just a minute, but let me go back to here. Let me stay on topic. Right. So of course this was happening. Now I personally was getting really excited because we're flattening out through here. So that's the first thing I'm looking for. I'm looking for a period where the market's going sideways. Then I'm looking for, rule number one is, I'm looking for a period of sideways, but then I'm starting to look for a trend. I'm starting to look for some sort of a trend. Now, what is a trend? A trend is either higher lows and higher highs, or a downward trend would be what? Lower lows and lower highs, okay? So we're seeing that through. So I'm starting to, the reason why I trend is because this tells me who's in control. I want to see someone in control, either sellers more in control or other buyers more in control in this particular time, okay? And this is a 5-minute trade, guys. And so at this point in time, guess what? Firstly, we had a sideways movement. It's refueling a lot. Secondly, we had a high, a sort of double top, and then now we could be quite possibly making another lower high through here, right? So we're now, guess what? Now the market is in a downward trend. Then we get the market coming up, and then we get a strong bar breaking down through there, right? So this, what do we have through here? We have a period of nothing going on for quite some time. Check. We then start to have some form of a trend, right? High, lower high, down, up, and then we made another lower high through here, right? So we're actually starting to see some sort of a trend, and we broke this low through here, which means what? Which is now means we're lower low, lower high, breaking the low means we're in a downward trend, right? Sellers are in control. Sellers came in early here. Look at this here. It came in here, but the buyers came right back up to create a double top. This time they came back up to create a what? A lower high. Ah, interesting. And then the market actually had a sell-off, right? A big strong sell-off, right? That was my the point of call to say, listen, we could be getting ready for a nice move down from here because we're coming off the back of not doing much. Makes sense, traders? And so that's that large bar there. Now, for entries and so on and so forth, for exits, should I say, I won't get into what the exits are all about, but that was actually a really nice trade all the way down and then exiting down the bottom here. I also like to use a short-term moving average if you want to know what it is. So that's the entry point there. And I like to get in there, and then when it starts to get back above the short-term moving average, I like to get out there as well too. So anyway, guys, I wanted to share this with you here because a lot of you traders, you see this here as well too, right? And obviously with my private coaching clients, I'm helping them with this every single day. If you are interested in becoming a coaching client, meaning if you really want help for all of 2024, guys, then my coaching program is a 12-month coaching program, and I'm there with you every single week, helping you and coaching you and guiding you and showing you and teaching you and giving you the best chances of actually doing really well and showing you exactly what it's all about. If that's for you guys, that's second link in the description. Click on that, go fill out the application, and I personally will call you to have a really good chat with you personally about the coaching program and all some other down home funky goodness stuff as well too. So, but there we go, guys. There's a really simple thing here. The number one thing for me, guys, is I like it when the market does nothing for quite some time, because when it does nothing for quite some time, we're going sideways and the sideways with small little candles. See how these candles are quite small? And this one here was the very first large candle after all this period. There's a really high probability chance that we're now going to start to see a move down. And that's exactly what we got there. So that's what I want to share with you today, traders. Remember, trading is all about probability. When you go to the markets, if you're opening up your markets and you're just looking for anything, no trading pattern, you are gambling. You are going to go backwards. You're going to get your head smacked in. If you've been trading like that this year, I guarantee your account is down, right? Professional traders like myself, guess what we do? We actually, when I'm opening up my charts and I'm going through the charts and I'm going through the markets to look for my trading pattern. See what I'm doing there, guys? I'm not looking for any opportunity that looks good. No, I'm looking for my trading pattern. And again, I gave you a really good simple version of that when it comes down to my trading pattern. In that free trading course, guys, I actually teach you my trading system. So if you want to learn more information about that, you can in that free trading course. But I really wanted to share with you guys that trading is not about being lucky. It's not about, oh, I got this right, or having a guess. I'm just going to guess this. Like, no, there is no guessing. Whenever I go to the market, guys, I'm going to the markets with a pattern in mind, and it's the same pattern every single day, really. It's the same type of rules every single day. and I'm going to the markets with this pattern in mind. And that's the thing that gives me the probability of doing really well. I'm not going to jump in every single thing and have a go at this, have a go at that, try this, try that, and so on and so forth, because that's just gambling mentality, right? You will lose a lot of money doing that. Whenever I open up my charts and I go to the markets, I'm going there, and if I'm going through the stock market, the charts, or any market, then I'm going through it in a way where I'm actually looking for my trading pattern, right? If you open up your charts today and you don't know what you're even looking for, you don't even know what a good setup looks like, then you're behind the 8 ball, right? That's like you've been a Formula 1 driver and not even know how to drive a Formula 1 car. Well, how do you expect to become first and have all the sponsorships and millions of dollars, right? Step number 1 is learn how to drive the car first. So firstly for you guys is like, step number 1 is what actually is a good trading setup for you. Step number 2, now let's go to the market to find that.